Welcome back to this week's episode of King's Trains. On this week's episode, we are talking about one of my favorite industries on the Minnesota branch line here, the Motive Works Shop. Opened up in actually the early 1900s to accommodate for at the time the steam locomotives on the branch line here. The extended operations to a three-door shed in order to service up to three locomotives at a time. This, as you can see here, is footage here from the railroad. Over here, we see our handy dandy GE Tonner tolling the 1923. There's the numbers, yes, I painted it, yes, it looks like shit, I know that. Out of the shed, completing her repairs. As you can see, the two war bonnets in the back, right there, are being worked on also. Once again, you'll notice that all of our engines are Santa Fe. This is a branch line of the Atchison Topeka Santa Fe Railroad. So obviously, when I say Japan. Over time, however, the railroad would strike deals with other large railroads around the country to acquire new locomotives. Some of them would be repainted, like the ones you'll see next week on Kids Trains. Some of them were not. This leads to the 80s and really rainbow era where a lot of the trains just aren't all the same livery. Kind of bizarre, but that's how they did it. And in this footage here of the railroad, what you are seeing is the shed over here. There's my finger. Over here is the headquarters of the shed, offices, accounting, all that happy stuff. This footage again is of the steam engine, the 1923 steam engine, completing her repairs, being pulled out of the shed for the service once again, while the two war bonnets were in there for just regular maintenance on the PA unit, however. They needed to also readjust some screws and bolts around the boiler plate. Obviously, we don't want that to explode. That makes a diesel engine into a bomb, which we do not want explosions on the railroad. We are out of World War II finally. We don't want to go back. That concludes the first part of this week's episode of Kids Trains. This is Phil. He's one of the many happy and content, not at all underpaid workers on the railroad. This is still dragging the tunnel out of the track. And that's still has derailed